Okay, so 30 years ago, police would check a highway for speeders by sending a helicopter up in the air and observing the time it would take for a car to travel between two wide lines placed a tenth of a mile apart. On one occasion, a car was observed to take. So first, we got to figure out what's important, and one way to do that is to like pull out all the numbers. So 30 years ago, that is like irrelevant. That's just an extra number to confuse us. And it says police would check a highway for speeders by sending a helicopter up in the air. That doesn't really matter. What we need to do is we have two wide lines that are placed 0.1 miles apart, which is a tenth of a mile. And then on one occasion, a car took 7.2 seconds to travel the distance. Ooh, okay, how much time did it take the car to travel the distance in hours? So we just have to turn seconds into hours. And there's an easy way to do this, but it's from chemistry. So seconds, and we want to get hours.
So if there's 60.
And basically, whatever you end up with has to go on top. Whatever you're getting rid of goes on the bottom. So we go from seconds, and how many seconds are in a minute?
60.
Yep.
So 60 divided by 7.
Nope, 7.2 divided by 60. And then we do minutes, and we have 60 minutes.
I clicked plus.
That's okay.
What used to this calculator? So divide by 60. Okay.
And then divide by 60 again. So that's 0.002. And then I'm going to have you recalculate this, because what we're going to have to do in miles per hour is make it 0.1 divided by 0.002. So 0.1 miles and 0.002 hours. And you divide that out to get that. Right. And then fast trains are magnetically levitated above the rails to avoid friction. That's awesome. And then, so friction is an extra force that pushes back, which means that lets them go faster probably because they don't need as much engine force. Fastest trains travel at 155 miles in half an hour. What is their average speed in miles per hour? So we could do, perfect, I love that you did it this way. So we could go in and do complicated math, or we could realize that if they do that in half an hour, they do double that in an hour, multiply it by 2, excellent, and include units. 1960, that's probably going to be a number that we don't need. Broke the records for both the fastest and longest skydive. He fell an amazing 19.5 miles. We're going to skip the cool facts for now. His average speed while falling was 254 miles per hour. How much time did the dive last? So that way we're going to always write our equation. Speed is distance over time. We're going to fill in what we have. So we have distance, we have speed, and we're just going to solve for time by multiplying both sides by t. And then it's going to be
meters per second.
Could you? That's the rate of gravity. So that would be the rate of acceleration of his speed, and they give us average speed though. So we're just going to take, actually time is going to equal distance divided by speed. So 19.5 divided by 254. Yeah, no, that cannot be possible. So something has to be wrong with some part of our calculations. So he fell miles. We're going to check units. Fell 19.5 miles. And average speed 254 miles per hour. Oh, okay. So this is the time, but it's in hours. So that makes sense. Okay, so it's 0.76 hours.
You need to find seconds.
Well, it doesn't actually tell us that they need the answer in seconds, so that's fine as long as we know that it makes logical sense. But if we wanted to, multiply by 60 to get minutes, multiply by 60 to get seconds, and it would be 276 seconds or 4.6 minutes, which makes a lot more sense. Perfect. Logical checks. Okay, hummingbird, average speed of, I'm going to write the equation just for kicks and then fill in stuff, 28 miles per hour. And then cool facts we're going to skip because they've got all these numbers that we don't want to worry about. So then they take a 2,000 mile journey when they migrate. including a nonstop trip across blah, 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 where they fly for 18 hours straight. So, and then it says, how far is the trip across the Gulf of Mexico? So actually, they want us to solve for distance given 18 hours. And so distance is just speed times time, basically, right? So if you're going 60 miles an hour for 2 hours, you went 120 miles. So if they're going 28 miles an hour for 18 hours, you're going to multiply that to get your distance in miles.